I want to do a quick update on the status of the Onefinity. I've got the spindle, well, specifically I have the VFD wired up to the Masso to control the spindle. And I'll kind of demonstrate that. So let me home this. Sped up my homing speed. I'm now at, I think 50 inches per minute. So it's homed. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. We'll go here. Start my spindle. Now, I've got the VFD set to a minimum of 6,000 RPM. So, one of the things that kind of tripped me up here was, well, for one, I didn't read the instructions completely. But here on the screen, I assumed that this RPM slider would, let me vary the speed of the spindle. But it wasn't doing anything. And, this little field right here is actually where you set your RPM. So if I set this to 12,000, you can hear the spindle fire up. And then I can use this as an override. And even go above. There we go. Spindle's wired up and working. Took me a minute to figure that out. I actually had to ask for help, and I felt kind of dumb, but that's alright. Gotta start somewhere, right? So there is no password on here. Then there's main spindle settings, so none of this really had to change. It was all set up from either from Masso or from Onefinity, which was nice. So it was pretty easy to do. As far as the ground wire goes, this top bit is plastic, and then there's a fan under here. So it wasn't immediately obvious where to attach the ground wire inside here, because it's not really attached inside this 4-pin connector. So I did it external back to here. It's grounded, so we're good. And then over here, still have to tidy these wires up a little bit. Here is the mini DIN connector coming out from the Masso. This runs under the table, along the wall, and up through here into there. Then I've got these start-stop switches here, which I actually had from my last, what did I have it on? I think I had it on my laser and my dust collector. They're 120 volt start-stop switches. This is 220, but I needed this to work with that, so I opened it up, took a look inside, and lo and behold, it was actually labeled, for 120/240, and had diagrams for both, so I converted this to work with this. And this one here is for the Masso, and I've got the start-stop for the dust collector. So they're all three in one general location. I don't know. Seemed like a good idea. What do I have left to do? The line for the VFD up on the ceiling. I'm probably going to get like a spring to suspend from there on a track of some kind. Just so that the line can follow the spindle as it's moving around. The dust collection hose seems to do just fine. I might put it on a spring and a track as well. To be determined. the spoil board, I've decided I'm going to make a vacuum table for this. I've got one designed in Carveco, just kind of fine-tuning the design, and then it's going to be a matter of putting that board up on here and cutting out the vacuum table, sealing it, and fixing it to here, and then doing all the plumbing and hooking it up to probably a shop vac. Not real keen on the idea of having a shop vac running all the time because they're loud and annoying, which is part of the reason why I got dust collector. But we'll see. I might still change my mind. I might just run it as it is here. But the goal is to do cabinetry. So I need something to hold down half a sheet of plywood so I can cut pieces out of it reliably. Also, because we're going to be doing plywood and they come in 4x8 sheets, one of the other ideas that I had was on this wall. So this is a pole barn, and there's really no studs between this point because there's a pole going up here, and over there where the window is, there's another pole. So this is a big cavity right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut that out. I might have mentioned this before. And on the back side, where I have all these shelves, do the same cut, maybe have it a flip door, and then a flip up workbench for here, so I can put a 4x8 sheet of plywood through and cut one half, slide the plywood over, and then cut the rest. So that means I would need a support table here and support table there. Right? Yep. Yeah, because if I'm doing, I got 4 feet hanging off here. I think I could take this table, because this is height adjustable. Yeah. I could just take this table and turn it around like this and raise it up. That'll give me my support, my mobile support. And maybe I'll do this in the back end too, rather than having a flip up table. Just roll this over there. Yeah, that's enough of me rambling on and free thinking. And yep, that's it.